Hello there! Thank you so much for watching this video. I am showing you today this routine that I'm doing in winter. I have changed almost all of my products, or every single one of my products, and it's just an updated routine because there's some things that have changed. I'm no longer squishing to condish with conditioner. I'm doing it with my stylers. I'm also raking through the product a little bit more to make sure that I distribute it better. There's just a little bit of changes, and yeah, I just wanted to update you. And here are the results of what you're gonna see. I'll attach a photo in daylight because these lights aren't great, but thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you next week. Bye! Before you see me apply my stylers, I wanted to let you know that I did a protein treatment and also a hair mask with melted moisture from Diva Curl. I have rinsed it and detangled right here, and then I moved on to my conditioner, which is Shea Moisture Coconut Hibiscus. I tried to apply it and distribute it properly by using praying hands and also combing it through. I'm actually rinsing it out without doing squish to condish because I have found that squish to condish has helped me more when applying my stylers. So I squish to style, maybe. Right here I separated my hair into 4 clumps. I did my rope clumping. I'm not sure as to the name of it yet. Then I started applying my Rock Curls spray. This one works for getting rid of frizz and just creating a bit of a coat with its anti-humectant in it. I've been spraying 5 sprays onto my hand for each of my clumps, which, as you can see, I have 4 clumps. And then I moved on to my Uncle Funky's Curly Magic. This one I use maybe 4 pumps, so 1 for each of the strands. I am doing the rope clumping method and also combing it through with my fingers to make sure that it's properly distributed. Here's the important thing, that I add more water, even though I may feel like some of my products may go down the drain, but adding the water before my gel is truly making a difference for me. Right here I was struggling to get the section on the far left, or my right actually. Right here I am distributing the product through. And using whatever else I need from the Curly Magic. Now I move into my gel. I used a lot of it. I need to repurchase this one already, and I bought it recently. I'm doing rope clumping and also combing it through. Section by section, otherwise I'm not gonna get good results. More gel. Something that I want to point out is that I go on the sections in front of my hands and then I switch hands and go on the inside to the outside sections. I hope that makes sense. This way I make sure that I'm coating it all around, coating the clump all around. And then, as you can see, I add more water. This is the key for me to get good results. Now my curls are going to be a lot happier because the more water you have, the better results. Right here I am scrunching halfway, closing my hand halfway, about 5 times on each of the clumps. So I close my fist, but not all the way, about halfway on each of the clumps 5 times. And this way I make sure that if I squeeze, because if I squeeze out all of the water and all of the excess product all at once, I end up with really misshapen curls and not good results. I used to have 3 clumps, but lately I need to do 4. I'm not sure if it's just that my hair has less layers now, and that's why. But as you can see, I do a round of scrunching on each of the clumps. I'm not able to scrunch out all of the water at once. Slowly, I'm closing my hand more and more as I go through. Right here, I believe I'm already scrunching all the way, trying to squeeze out any excess water that's left, because that way it will dry way better when I put it into my net. In case you don't know, I plop my hair in a hairnet and let it dry overnight. I will not be showing how I do this because I showed it in my very first video and I just feel like it's redundant. And you probably have already seen it if you are watching my latest video. Right here, I'm making sure that I'm squeezing out any excess water. Now I move into my t-shirt because I feel like I cannot squeeze anymore with just my hands. This t-shirt is cotton and it's my biggest one that I used to wear when I was a little bit heavier. I make sure that I'm using dry sections and I'm squeezing as hard as I can for about 10 repetitions on each of the hair clumps. As you can see, it gets tighter and tighter. My curls are getting tighter and tighter just because of this technique. I no longer plop in a t-shirt, by the way. I find that it's a little bit less precise and I like to do it by hand. This way I can make sure that my hair is closing the way a slinky closes, that it's all going the same direction, and that I'm getting all the way to the roots. And I repeat a round of this quite a bit. I really do not have a specific count, but until I can see that the t-shirt doesn't get a lot of water on it, then I decide to stop, and after this I move right into plopping. So right here I had plopped and dried my hair overnight. It had been 24 hours because I stayed at home, so I just wore it in the net and put on my cap after it was dry to just wear around the house. I have family over, so the net is a little bit off-putting, but I feel like my sleep cap isn't as much. Now I'm scrunching out whatever crunch is left. There isn't very much at all, but it's enough that I need to fluff it and play with it and move it around. I used to use oil, but lately I find that I'm not needing it just because of the products I'm using. They don't feel drier. I'm just trying to shake it out and let it fall where it wants to fall. That's the most important thing. I feel that I shouldn't make it go any direction because it's gonna do what it wants to do anyway. So right here I flip it to one side or the other and check which side is falling better because I wear a side part. And it feels like this one fits. Now I'm just moving around the clumps, trying not to separate them and cause frizz. I'm trying to keep the grouped hairs grouped and not anger them. And then I'm going to pin the front sections that are a little bit unruly. If I had the time or if I was going out, I would probably pin curl these to make them look decent and match the rest of the hair. But I feel like I just want to move them to the side right now. I'm going to move it around and separate some of the sections that are a little bit too big, because I did start with 4 clumps and sometimes it stays in 4 clumps, so I need to separate them with my fingers sometimes. There's some sections that become almost 5 different sections because of how big they end up. As you can see, all of my hair curls to the same direction. It's all to the left. I'll be attaching a photo of the results in way better lighting the next day because this is at night. This was filmed at night. And these are the results. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.